The setup, the king's test. In a kingdom of old, there lived a king who was as curious as he was wise. He believed that a person's character was not revealed in times of comfort, but in how they faced what stood in their way. One evening, under the cover of a brewing storm, the king placed a massive boulder in the middle of the main road leading into the capital. He then hid himself nearby in the thick brush, waiting to see who would remove the obstacle. First came the wealthy merchants and courtiers. They draped themselves in gold and ego. When they saw the rock, they didn't reach for it. They reached for excuses. They complained loudly, blaming the king for not keeping the roads clear. They spent an hour debating who was at fault before eventually taking the long, easy path around. The struggle, the peasant's burden. Then came a peasant. He was tired, his hands were calloused, and his stomach was likely empty. He didn't have a horse or a carriage. When he laid eyes on the boulder, he didn't curse the king. He didn't look for a detour. He pushed, he strained, his muscles burned with a fire that the wealthy merchants would never know. For hours he wrestled with the weight of the stone. To any onlooker, it was a fool's errand. Why suffer for a road everyone else was happy to abandon? But the peasant knew a secret. The road belongs to those who maintain it. With one final, soul-crushing heave, the boulder rolled into the ditch. The revelation, the reward. Exhausted, the peasant went back to pick up his vegetables. But there, in the indentation where the rock had rested, lay a purse. Inside were many gold coins and a note from the king. It read, "Every obstacle presents an opportunity to improve one's condition." The merchants saw a nuisance. The courtiers saw a delay. Only the peasant saw a task that needed doing. Because he was willing to endure the struggle, he was the only one who discovered the treasure hidden beneath it. The lesson, the Stoic mindset. We often pray for a life without rocks. We want the smooth path, the downhill slope, the wind at our backs. But a smooth road never made a skillful driver. Your boulder might be a failed project, a health crisis, or a broken heart. You can sit and complain that the king, or the universe, has failed you. You can take the long way around and pretend the problem doesn't exist. But remember this: the very thing that blocks your path is the path. The struggle isn't a distraction from the journey. The struggle is the destination. Within every hardship is a seed of equal or greater benefit, but it only grows for those who are willing to get their hands dirty.